We think playing it safe protects us. It feels responsible, even smart. But safety has a hidden price. Every time you choose comfort over motion, you're paying in potential, opportunities missed, momentum lost, and time you can never get back. The danger of safety is that it doesn't strike all at once. It drains you slowly, like a leak you don't notice until it's too late. Risk feels dangerous, but stagnation is what truly robs you. And the longer you stay in the illusion of safety, the more expensive it becomes. In this video, I'll break down 6 principles that expose the true cost of playing safe. 6 invisible taxes you already paying, whether you realize it or not. Let's start with the first principle. Safety is not stability, it's a slow leak. Safety doesn't collapse your life in one dramatic moment. It doesn't arrive with alarms or headlines. Instead, it seeps in quietly, like air escaping from a tire. At first, everything feels fine. The car still moves, the ride feels smooth, and you convince yourself there's no problem. But mile after mile, the pressure drops, the drag increases, and eventually, you're stranded. Not because of a sudden blowout, but because of a slow leak you ignored. That's what playing safe does. It drains your momentum in silence. Every opportunity you pass on, every risk you avoid, every decision you delay, it all adds up. And the cost isn't obvious in the moment. You still feel comfortable, you still feel secure, and that illusion convinces you you're making the right choice. But underneath, the pressure is falling. The gap between where you are and where you could have been is widening. Safety feels like protection, but in reality, it's erosion. It doesn't just keep you where you are, it slowly pulls you backward. And the cruel part is, you only notice when it's too late, when the compounding effect of hesitation has already stolen years of progress. Playing safe is never neutral. It's a leak that never stops, and the longer you ignore it, the more it costs you. This leads to the second principle. Risk is not the enemy. Miscalculation is. Most people fear risk as if it's the great destroyer of dreams. They imagine it as cliffs, traps, and sudden collapse. But risk itself is not the enemy. Miscalculation is. The truth is, every meaningful step forward carries uncertainty. Starting a business, moving to a new city, investing in yourself, none of it comes with guarantees. But avoiding risk doesn't protect you, it blinds you. Because while you're busy dodging uncertainty, you're quietly bleeding out through stagnation. The real danger isn't that you'll take a risk and fail. Failure teaches, failure redirects, failure sharpens. The real danger is that you'll miscalculate the cost of doing nothing. You'll overestimate the pain of trying and underestimate the pain of waiting. And that miscalculation is what keeps people trapped in cycles of hesitation. Think about it. The world is always moving. Markets shift, technology evolves, opportunities appear and disappear. Standing still doesn't mean you're safe. It means you're falling behind. Risk is the price of progress, but miscalculation is the price of regret. And the longer you confuse the two, the more expensive your safety becomes. Now for our third principle. Comfort isn't a reward, it's a debt. Comfort feels harmless. It feels like a reward you've earned, a place to rest, a safe zone where nothing can touch you. But comfort is never neutral. It compounds like interest, except instead of building wealth, it builds weakness. The longer you stay in it, the more it costs you. At first, it's just small things. You delay a decision, you put off a project, you tell yourself you'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year, and before you know it, comfort has stolen entire seasons of your life. The trap is that comfort feels free. Sitting still doesn't feel like you're losing anything. But every day spent in comfort is a day you didn't grow, a day you didn't stretch, a day you didn't build momentum. And momentum is everything. Without it, even the smallest challenges feel heavy. With it, even the biggest obstacles feel possible. Comfort robs you of that compounding force. Think of it like a muscle. If you stop using it, it doesn't just stay the same, it weakens. The same is true for your ambition, your discipline, your courage. The longer you stay comfortable, the harder it becomes to leave. What once felt like a soft pillow becomes a cage. And the cruelest part is that comfort convinces you you're safe, when in reality, you're slowly being trapped by your own inaction. Comfort is not a gift. It's a debt that grows with time. This brings us to principle number 4. Safety is not success. It's a script. From the time we're young, we're taught that safety equals success. Stay in school, get good grades, find a stable job, buy a house, retire quietly. That's the script. It's presented as the responsible path, the one that guarantees security. But here's the truth. That story wasn't written for your freedom. It was written for your predictability. Systems thrive when people play safe. Companies need employees who won't take risks. Institutions need citizens who won't question the script. And so the story of safety gets repeated until it feels like truth. But safety is not the same as success. Safety is the illusion of control. It convinces you that if you just follow the rules, you'll be rewarded. Yet look around. How many people followed the script perfectly and still ended up stuck, unfulfilled, or struggling? The story of safety is designed to keep you in line, not to help you break through. The danger is that when you buy into this story, you stop writing your own. You trade possibility for predictability. You trade growth for comfort. And you trade freedom for a false sense of security. Playing safe isn't just a personal choice, it's a cultural inheritance. But inheritance can be rejected. You don't have to live inside a story that was never written for your potential. Safety is not success. It's a script. And the moment you realize that, you can choose to step off the page and start writing your own. Let's move on to the fifth principle. Safety doesn't have leverage. Leverage is what multiplies effort. It's the force that allows one action to create 10 results, one decision to ripple into 100 outcomes. But here's the truth. Leverage doesn't exist inside the safe zone. Safety caps your potential. It keeps you operating at 1-to-1, 1 hour for one result, one effort for one outcome. True leverage only lives where uncertainty begins. Think about it. Every breakthrough, every fortune, every transformation came from someone stepping outside the predictable. Entrepreneurs, creators, investors, they didn't find leverage by staying comfortable. They found it by stepping into risk, by betting on themselves when the outcome wasn't guaranteed. That's where multiplication happens. And if you're finding value in this breakdown so far, pause for a second, hit like, and subscribe. Not just because it helps the channel, but because it tells me you want more of these principle-driven deep dives. It's a small action that creates leverage for both of us. Because leverage is the great multiplier. It's the difference between working harder and working smarter, between living small and living expansively. But you'll never access it if you insist on staying safe. Safety gives you predictability, but leverage gives you possibility. And the moment you step outside the safe zone, you stop trading time for results and start multiplying your future. Finally, we arrive at our sixth and most crucial principle. Safety is a tax on your future. Every safe choice you make today doesn't disappear. It accumulates. It becomes a bill that your future self has to pay. The opportunities you didn't take, the skills you didn't build, the chances you didn't risk, they don't vanish. They show up later as regret, as missed compounding, as a version of yourself that could have been but never was. Playing safe is not free. It's a tax. And the cruel part is, the invoice always arrives late, when it's too late to go back and change the decision. Think about it. The job you didn't apply for, the project you didn't start, the investment you didn't make. Each one feels small in the moment. But stacked together, they create a future that's smaller than it should have been. That's the tax of inaction, and it's paid in silence until one day you wake up and realize the cost has already been collected. And if this breakdown has been hitting home for you, take a second right now. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Not just as support, but as a reminder to yourself. Small actions compound. Just like hesitation compounds into regret, commitment compounds into growth. Because in the end, the cost of playing safe isn't measured in money. It's measured in the life you didn't live, the potential you didn't unlock, and the future you never gave yourself a chance to experience. That's the tax of safety, and it's always more expensive than risk. The cost of staying the same is always greater than the risk of moving forward. Don't stop here. The next video on your screen is waiting. Open it now and keep building the momentum.